everyone, my name's Sean and welcome back to my channel. I don't know why I was so excited then, but today I thought I would finally film an unhauling video. It is long overdue. My shelves are just packed to the brim. There's no way I can fit any more books on them. So it was about time that I went through all of the books that were on my shelf and picked some to finally get rid of. It's quite a big pile, like I've got a giant box on my floor and it's quite intimidating that I'm going to have to go through all of these, but I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get straight into it and we're just going to go with it. The first book that I'm saying goodbye to is Captain Pug by Laura James. This was, I think, sent to me because it was part of Waterstone's long list book prize and I was sent a load of the books to read a couple of years ago. I read it, I enjoyed it, but I don't need to keep it, so it's going. The next book that is on the pile of books to go is The Sin Eater's Daughter by Melinda Salisbury. This is purely because it's a duplicate copy and I got another copy signed at Yalk and I forgot to take the copy with me that I already had, so there's not much point in keeping two copies. The next book is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I have read this and I really didn't enjoy it. I don't understand the hype surrounding it. So it doesn't get to stay on the shelf. It just doesn't get to. It doesn't deserve it. Next on the list is another children's book that was sent to me that I just don't need to keep anymore, and that is Hendrix the Rocking Horse by Gavin Puckett. I actually really enjoyed this one. I just don't need to keep it. It's not a book that I treasure, so I don't need it. And then I have Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I haven't read this one, but I just know that I'm never going to get round to it. I've kind of slowly gone off of young adult contemporary books and it's just not something that I have a pull to read anymore, so I'm going to say goodbye to it. The next one is probably a book that has been on my shelf for the longest, and that is Ketchup Clouds by Annabelle Pitcher. Again, I just know that I'm never going to get round to it, so it's just wasted being on my shelf. It's taking up space that I don't have. Then I have The Goldfish Boy by Lisa Thompson. This is a children's book and I think it was a Waterstone's Book of the Month book once. I just never got around to picking it up and now I just don't see the point in keeping it, so it's gonna go. This one has still got the sticker on it, so again, that proves that I obviously had an interest in it when I bought it, and that is After the Crash by Michael Bussey. This isn't even a book that I would read anyway, it's a thriller. I don't read adult thrillers, so I have no idea why I bought it. So therefore, it's going. Next, I actually have a really nice edition of a book, but I just don't want to read it. I have no pull to read it, and that is The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. I've actually heard a lot of good things about this, but I don't want it. I don't want to read it. It's not something that I think I will enjoy, so I'm going to say goodbye to it. Then I have Me, Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. Again, it's a contemporary and I have no pull to read young adult contemporaries anymore. Then I have Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. This is just another duplicate copy. I got another copy signed at Yalk. Again, forgot to take my initial copy, so I had to buy another one to get it signed. So there is no point in me keeping two copies, one signed, one not. Obviously I'm going to keep the signed copy. Yet another duplicate of a signed copy is The Mystery of the Jewelled Moth by Catherine Woodvine. This is a children's book. It's the second book in a series. I really enjoyed the first one and I'm yet to read the second one. But again, duplicate copy, don't need two copies, gonna say goodbye to it. Then I have a book called Halo by Alexandra A. Dornetto. This was just a random book that I picked up in Waterstones ages and ages ago. I've read it. I did not enjoy it. Like, I really didn't enjoy it. So there is no point in keeping a copy of the book that I did not enjoy. Next up on the list of books that is going is Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I have tried on numerous occasions to get into this book and I just can't do it. So it's about time that I admitted defeat and just said goodbye to it. I think it's reached that point. Then I have another book that I have read and just didn't enjoy. I didn't necessarily hate it, but I didn't love it enough to warrant it taking up space on my shelf, and that is Matched by Ali Condi. Then we have a few more contemporary books. I've read two of them, didn't like either of them, haven't read the third one, there's no point in me keeping it. That is Perfect Chemistry by Simone Eccles. Have read this, thought it was a ridiculous story, like absolutely ridiculous, and did not enjoy it at all. Then I've got The Designated Ugly Fat Friend by Cody Keplinger. I think I've just reached a point where I'm too old now to relate to this, so I'm never going to pick it up. And then I have Now Is Good by Jenny Downham. I think I've read this. I think I thought it was okay, but again, it's just not good enough to be on the shelf. It's not good enough. And then I have Fallen and Torment by Lauren Kate. I read Fallen, I didn't mind it, and then I tried to read Torment, and I just couldn't get into it. I think it kind of went a little bit downhill for me, so I think I'm just going to say goodbye to them. I don't have a pull to read them, so they're going to go. Then we have a few more children's books that I was sent that I just don't think I'm ever going to read, and I think they would be better off in the homes of children that will actually enjoy them. They are The War Next Door by Phil Earle, The Accidental Pirate's Voyage to the Magical North by Claire Fayers, and, oh my god, my hands are not big enough, The Mighty Dynamo by Kieran Crowley. Next up, I have a book that I read and I didn't dislike it, but I also didn't love it, which is kind of a theme that's running throughout the books that I'm getting rid of, and that is Slated by Terry Terry. To be honest, I can't actually remember an awful lot about this book, and it's just, again, taking up space that I need. I need this space for new books. Then I have Immortal City by Scott Spear. I read this when I was a lot younger and I didn't like it, so there is no point in me keeping it. Therefore, it's going. I've always wanted to do that. And finally, on the list of books that I am getting rid of is Blood Red Road by Moira Young. This, I just couldn't get into the way it was written. It could be a very good story for all I know, but I just couldn't. The dialogue and just the way that the character spoke, I could not wrap my head around, so I gave up trying to read it, and therefore I'm going to get rid of it. So that's it for all of the books that I am getting rid of today. I'm sure there will be more to come, because my shelves are slowly filling up and I am slowly running out of space. So I just need to I need to keep recycling and getting rid of them and sending them to people that will read them. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've never done one of these before. It's quite freeing actually to say, you know what book? I don't need you, you're gonna go. One thing that I want to mention, which I don't think I've mentioned in any of my other videos yet, is that I am now part of the Waterstones YouTube vlogging channel. So once a month there is a video of my face on the Waterstones channel where I review a new book. So far I have done a review of Stranger Dreamer by Laini Taylor and The Creeper Man by Dawn Kurtagich. So if you fancy going to check those videos out and fancy subscribing to the Waterstones YouTube channel, then I will leave a link to it down below. But that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!